This is what we allow in the city of Coon Rapids. This is a recreational fire.
Backyard recreational fires 3 feet wide by 3 feet high are allowed without a permit, but keep in mind some of the safety rules for a rec fire.
And the most important thing is you want to have a responsible adult at the fire at all times.
Following the rules is all the more important this year. It's been particularly dry, creating a greater fire risk. You should only use clean, dry, seasoned wood for your rec fire and never burn leaves.
The smoke is horrible for the residents and your neighbors.
If you're caught burning leaves, you'll be fined $75. And think about the wind conditions before you even start a fire.
If the wind speed is over 15 miles per hour, you cannot have a recreational fire. And if you have a lot of trees and leaves in your yard, do not have a rec fire. Clean up those leaves.
And always be prepared with at least one way to extinguish the fire.
Extinguisher can put out the fire if it gets out of control, or if it's time to end for the night, you need to put it out.
A regular garden hose nozzle often does the trick.
You just want to extinguish the fire when you're done. Douse it down, spray it a little bit more, make sure it's out.
Remember, you are allowed to have a recreational fire between 8 a.m. and midnight. An adult must be present at all times. Keep children at least 5 feet away from the fire. Fires must be 25 feet from any building or structure, and be considerate of your neighbors. Backyard recreational fires are meant to bring friends together for fun. For more recreational fire safety tips, check out the city's website.
Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, April 16th City Council meeting. The council approved 2 new ordinances this week, the first relating to the regulation of pet stores. The ordinance prohibits a pet store from selling or otherwise transferring dogs and cats. City staff says research has found that a significant number of puppies and kittens sold at pet stores come from large-scale commercial breeding facilities where there's health and welfare concerns. Pet stores in Coon Rapids can still collaborate with animal shelters, rescue organizations, and animal control to showcase dogs and cats available for adoptions. The second ordinance approved Tuesday night relates to charitable gambling. It removes the restriction on dispensing-only locations and allows nonprofit organizations to operate 5 full gambling sites, utilizing any type of games legally allowed by the state. The ordinance also increases the required contribution to the city from 5 to 7%. We are just over 6 months away from the presidential election, and voters in one Coon Rapids precinct will vote in a new location this year. Residents of Precinct 2-3 will vote at Sand Creek Elementary School. They previously voted at Presbyterian Church of the Master, but due to reorganization and internal changes, the church is no longer available as a polling site.
Do hereby proclaim Miss Coon Rapids Sophia Model to be a Coon Rapids Ambassador of Goodwill.
The crowning achievements of several young ladies were recognized at this week's City Council meeting. Mayor Jerry Cook presented proclamations to Miss Coon Rapids Sophia Model, Miss Coon Rapids teen Abigail Silikov, and the 2024 Junior Royalty, all crowned during the Snowflake Day celebration earlier this year. They represent and give back to the community through various service projects during the year. And that's a quick recap of the Tuesday, April 16th City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel. The Ice Show is back again this spring at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. This year's theme is Oh, the Places You'll Skate. The show features students from the skating school. You can catch it Thursday, April 25th at 6:45 p.m., Friday, April 26th at 7:15, and again Saturday, April 27th at 7:15 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online or at the door prior to each performance. Children aged 4 and under are admitted free. A lot of work is going into the spring musical being staged at Anoka Ramsey Community College this weekend and next. More than a dozen students perform in Working, a musical. It explores the hopes, dreams, joys, and concerns of the average working American over the course of one 24-hour workday.
So there are different jobs like iron workers, there's a waitress, there is a flight attendant, and basically we're telling these different people's stories from our perspectives.
I think people will take away something very raw. I think everyone is working and everyone needs to put food on the table somehow, and so I think this is a musical for everyone, whether you are getting paid minimum wage or you are getting paid more than minimum wage.
Working is being performed April 12th and 13th, and again April 18th, 19th, and 20th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online or at the box office starting 1 hour prior to each performance. All seating is general admission.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? And that motion carries.
On Tuesday night, the Coon Rapids City Council unanimously supported a resolution calling for equal access to broadband down at the state capitol. Broadband is high-speed internet delivered by fiber optic cable. Broadband companies must install their fiber in city right-of-ways to bring high-speed internet to homes and businesses. A bill at the state capitol would require broadband companies to service communities equally.
The Equal Access to Broadband Act will level the playing field with broadband ISPs while assuring build-out and minimum upload and download speeds to meet the current and future needs of the business and residents statewide.
The bill could also require broadband providers to pay a franchise fee to put their fiber optic cable in a city's right-of-way, just like cable companies are required to do. The fees would be used as PEG funding, which is money dedicated to public, education, and government access programming.
Good evening and welcome to the Coon Rapids City Council meeting.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Shapiro.
CTN and other cable production facilities are pretty much funded by cable franchise fees. And as people are cutting the cord, we have seen those fees decline over the last, pretty much the last 7 years.
The proposed law has drawn support at the state capitol from lawmakers and cities and community television stations like CTN.
This is a passive legislation. That means that cities have to decide, and so it's all local control, which is important. But each city can decide what's right for their cities. We did want to put the caps in there at the legislative level of 5% and 3%.
Cable TV franchises were established back in the 1980s, long before the internet became a part of our daily lives.
We need to distribute PEG programming on many platforms to reach our residents where they are, and we need to modernize the regulatory and funding structure in order to do this.
Technology has changed a lot. That's why this funding change needs to happen.
Here's a quick recap of the Tuesday, April 2nd City Council meeting. The City Council held a public hearing on a project that will add a third lane on Highway 10. MnDOT and Anoka County recently released the environmental assessment worksheet for the project, which outlines the need for the improvements along with social, economic, and environmental impacts. A third traffic lane would be added in both directions on Highway 10 between Hanson and Round Lake Boulevard. Comments on the environmental assessment worksheet will be accepted through April 18th. Construction is expected to start next year. A new trail will soon be under construction in Coon Rapids. On Tuesday night, the council awarded a $1.4 million contract for the Coon Creek Trail project, which was funded as part of the 2013 park bond. The trail will begin west of 121st Avenue and then parallel Coon Creek as it turns north to Main Street. The project includes installation of a 10-foot wide asphalt trail and a wooden boardwalk. The work is expected to start in June and take about a year to complete. The Coon Rapids Police Department is welcoming 4 new police officers to the force.
I, Jacob Hilden, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Jacob Hilden, Tara Brunmeyer, Julie Schmitz, and David Genovese all took the oath of office at Tuesday night's meeting. Family members helped pin on their badges, which have now crossed the 200 mark. The numbers are retired with the officers and never reused. The men and women recently completed their field training program and are ready to serve the citizens of Coon Rapids. Congratulations to all 4 officers. And that's a quick recap of the Tuesday, April 2nd City Council meeting. As always, you can find the full meetings on cable or the CTN Coon Rapids YouTube channel. There's a new place to dine in Coon Rapids. Representatives from the Metro North Chamber of Commerce helped celebrate the grand opening of Chi Mak Korean Fried Chicken with a ribbon-cutting ceremony Tuesday afternoon. The restaurant is located in the strip mall with Little Caesars Pizza in Riverdale. So far, Chi Mak has received rave reviews from customers. The menu includes signature fried chicken, Korean tacos, main dishes, salad, soup, sides, desserts, and more. This is the first Chi Mak to open in the Twin Cities. The owner says he hopes to open additional locations in the future.
Commuters who use U.S. Highway 10 in Coon Rapids will see plenty of red during the rush hour for one more year.
The construction is planned to happen in the 2025 construction season.
Construction of a third lane in both directions on Highway 10 between Hanson Boulevard and Round Lake Boulevard will add capacity and improve safety.
The project team will continue to develop the final plans this summer.
The project recently entered the public comment period, where you can review the environmental assessment worksheet, which can be found on Anoka County's website.
The environmental assessment worksheet will address the steps the project is taking to protect the water resources, which include Coon Creek, as well as the floodplain impacts of the project itself and how those will be addressed.
City of Coon Rapids engineer Mark Hansen reviewed a brief of the environmental assessment, which will be presented at next Tuesday's City Council meeting.
The project team, consisting of Anoka County and MnDOT, will be there to present information about the environmental assessment worksheet, and then the City Council will hold a public hearing and offer the public an opportunity to comment or ask questions about the project.
If you would like to review the complete environmental assessment worksheet, go to Anoka County's website. The public comment period ends April 18th.
Despite our recent snow, spring is here, which means it's time to start thinking green. Just like in years past, the city is having a plant sale for Arbor Day. Residents can buy trees as well as shrubs online at wholesale prices. They will be delivered to your home the week of May 6th. Also, there are 4 native plant kits to choose from. Those also must be ordered online and can be picked up at the Public Works Open House on May 18th. For more information, including prices, go to coonrapidsmn.gov/tree sale. There's a limit of 4 plants per Coon Rapids household. The sale runs through April 30th or until the plants are sold out.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.